Hi, Scott Tipton, and appreciate the opportunity to be able to give you an update on what we're working on in Washington. We've just recently been coming out of our district, and through touring out the 3rd Congressional District, we've had the opportunity to visit with many of the valiant warriors that have protected this country, willing to put their lives on the line to be able to protect our freedoms. One of the real challenges that we're hearing is their access to medical care and some of the problems that many of us have heard about in regards to the VA. Through our office, we've had the opportunity to be able to help hundreds of vets throughout the 3rd Congressional District. Sadly, some of the regulatory problems that we're seeing come out of the federal part of the VA is actually inhibiting that ability to be able to deliver those services. And I don't believe there's one of us that doesn't feel great frustration when we see people who have put their lives on the line for freedom in this country to be able to protect us, or having to work for benefits rather than having benefits that work for them. To that end, we've been co-sponsoring legislation, working with Chairman Miller on the Veterans Affairs Committee to be able to address some of those concerns, to be able to get Washington out of the way, and to make sure that our veterans are having access to the health care that they've deserved and they earned. This is something that is going to be critically important as we move forward, and we see more of our veterans returning from Iraq, Afghanistan, and some of the challenges that we face around the world. Right now, we've co-sponsored legislation in regards to the Healthy Vets Act that's been sponsored by Steve Pierce out of New Mexico, in addition to the 2 bills that are coming out of Chairman Miller's office in regards to access to care and then also accountability. We should not be paying bonuses to people in the VA when we're seeing veterans not being able to have access to the medical care that they literally deserve. These are issues that are very important to us, holding hearings down in Pueblo over to Grand Junction through the San Luis Valley. We've got veterans that are concerned about that access to care. We've got to make sure that the system is literally working for them rather than against them. Also today we had the opportunity to be able to address another area of deep concern throughout the 3rd Congressional District, not to mention the state of Colorado in the West, and that is the overreach once again of the federal government when it comes to the EPA navigable waters rule that they're proposing. Had the USDA before our committee today trying to be able to put forward the bright spots that they see in this upcoming rulemaking authority. What it really is a regulatory water grab coming out of the EPA that's going to impact not only our farm and ranch communities, but our communities at large. We're continuing to focus on this with oversight hearings to push back. We've signed on recently to a letter requesting that Secretary Vilsack pull back the directive now coming out of the Forest Service that would even encompass groundwater in Colorado and throughout the West as well. So many of the challenges that we're seeing, and the challenges literally that we're seeing at home, is an overreaching federal government that's inhibiting our ability to be able to create jobs, to be able to put our people back to work, and to be able to provide for our families. The real opportunity, and I know we all share this in the 3rd Congressional District, to get this economy moving is to allow our free market systems to be able to work and to be able to create not a stumbling block out of Washington, but the opportunity for us to be able to get our people back to work and to be able to provide for our families. We're going to be back in our district soon. We certainly appreciate your comments, and feel free to contact not only our local offices, but here in Washington as well. Your input is important to us, and thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you soon.